They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. You won't stay in with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, give me, pull your tears back. We put the bang and producers. You got no chance of hanging. And take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
It's week 12 of the National Football League, and we've got the Vikings reigning league MVP. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdowns on Sunday night.
Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Caps. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players. He's putting this
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this belongs to the Vikings. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he gets this to Thornton. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Walker is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So the record safely in his pocket. Now it's a question of how high can he go? He's just become the first ever, Charles, to score 30 times in a single season.
Well, let's certainly savor this moment. The first time ever, as you just noted, that someone has hit 30. What a ride this has been.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Caps into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Here's Walker. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun. Caps. And incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Caps. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Tunyon, 37 yards. And the Commanders are back within a score. Extra point safely through. And that'll make our score 14-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now out comes Minnesota. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Completes this one with Thornton. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Trying the left side with Walker. They find some open field here. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive.
Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Caps. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Right side, Thornton with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This will be caught once again by Brown. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. He completes this to Walker. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. They'll look to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, have 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide. They want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yeah, so far 2 catches. We'll see what happens here as the game progresses. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And quickly they get to the line. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyquan Thornton. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of it. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half. and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
A solid stiff arm. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got a touchdown pass in this first half, but he's also been intercepted twice, so he'll be looking to be a bit more careful with the ball here as they start on 1st down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So we've reached halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Green. Light blue.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his man, Thornton. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Hey, green. Yellow.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This is caught. It's Brown. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Black ultra. Red, yellow.
He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you?
Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're...
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kenneth Walker standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Caps. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Caps. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Caps. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Caps. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they start at their own 24-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the... And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Back to Walker on 1st down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
blue.
Looking to throw. And Walker has it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up the 4th down.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Walker with another carry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ken Walker. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. And they, unfortunately, are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Operating from the gun. Caps. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Caps. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 23. Looking to throw. Caps. And this one caught by Beasley. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw finding Thornton over the middle. And he'll get this one right up just shy of the 45-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Washington.
On first down, Caps. And my goodness, another interception. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're...
And my goodness, another interception. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense.